Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my book hauls. I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately because I've been busy with school and like other extracurricular activities, as well as I haven't had the time, but specifically for book hauls, it's because I haven't been buying any books and I haven't been requesting as many books. However, this is a video for all the books that I acquired in April, and I think also like half or all of March. I'm not really sure when I did the last book haul. And yeah, I got a ton of books, especially since I met up with some of the book bloggers that I know and booktubers like Giselle and Brittany, Marina, and Patty. So I got a lot of books from them, and I'm gonna divide this up into 3 sections: review books that I got, then the books that I got from these lovely girls, and then the books that I bought. So let's get started. I have several books that I actually acquired, and most of them are from one publisher, but there are some from other publishers. I'll start off with Penguin. I actually got 2 books or 3 books from Penguin, and this is, I think I showcased the other ones before, but this is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I love this book. I actually spotlighted this in my recent video where I just go in depth about like reading the synopsis and the first page and like all that stuff. This was so good. This one comes out in May, so next month, and honestly, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited that it's actually a series and not just the first book. The second book, or just like a standalone. The second book is called The Rose and the Dagger, which really ties in with what happens in this book. So I'm super excited, and I really love this. The next 2 books are 2 contemporaries that I got from Simon & Schuster Canada. The first one is Last Year's Mistake by Jenna Chioka. This one is a second chance romance about a girl and a guy, and they were friends, and then like, I don't know, something happens, and then her family ends up moving to another place, but then like, I don't know how many years later, his family actually ends up moving to the same place that she's currently in, and like, it's now senior year and stuff, and before it was freshman year, so there's like a 3-year gap, and it sounds so good. I know a lot of people who really enjoyed this book, and I'm so excited to read it because sometimes I just need like those. I love second chance romances, I really do. So this is going to be hopefully awesome. The next book is a 3rd book in a companion contemporary series, and it's Most Likely to Succeed by Jennifer Eccles. I read the first one, which is Biggest Flirts, and the second one, which is Perfect Couple. I really loved Biggest Flirts, and Perfect Couple was also a very fun, quick read. And this is the 3rd one, Most Likely to Succeed. I love the Superlatives trilogy, and that's what it's called, and I cannot wait to read this. This one comes out in August actually, so it's kind of far, and this one comes out in June. Now moving on to all the books that I got from Random House Canada, and there are several cool books in there. The first one is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. I've already read this book and I loved it. It's about a 14-year-old who has social anxiety because of something that happened, and now she wears sunglasses everywhere and she doesn't talk to people outside of her family. And then she meets her brother's gaming friend, and they start writing notes to each other, like, because she can't really talk to him face to face, and it's just her dealing with her situation, as well as like, I love the family dynamic. Her brother is like obsessed with gaming, like kind of like World of Warcraft or Diablo. He plays it all the time, and there's this competition that he wants to enter, and his mom hates that he plays games all the time, so she does some really drastic crazy things, and it's hilarious, and I just love the whole family. And like, Sophie Kinsella's writing, this is more like middle grade, to be honest, but I generally don't read middle grade, but I love this one. This one comes out in June, really soon. The next one's another contemporary that I'm dying to read, and it's Everything by Nicola Yoon. I heard about this when I was at the Rachel Hartman lunch thing, and one of the publicists said that there's this book that talks about a 17-year-old girl who's allergic to everything. And that piqued my interest because it sounds really unique, and I feel like it would be really cool, and like, I don't know how the author would take or go with this, but it sounded really cool. And then like all the publicists said that they loved it and it's awesome, and then they had the ARCs and they sent me one, and oh my god, I fan squealed. And I just love the cover of this book. It's gorgeous. And one other thing is that it actually has a lot of like things in there. Handwritten notes. There's some photos and like drawings too. There's a lot of text messages. So it's very it's a really different book. So I'm super excited to read this one. Then I got sent Dark Company by Natalie Gent. I was part of the Blitz blog tour for this one, and they kindly sent me a copy, and it actually sounds really interesting. This one already came out, and it talks about a world on the brink of war and economic ruin. An evil company holds the power, controlling resources and money. It prepares for the arrival of the Speaker, a demonic entity set on destroying the planet with dark energy. So even though it's paranormal, it's still like, honestly, let's be real, it reminds me of the Illuminati's. Actually very interested in checking this one out. The next book is a book that it's the last book in a series, and I finally read it, and it was marvelous and fantastic, and I waited over a year for it. And it's The Wondrous and the Wicked by Paige Morgan. I love this book so much. I just love the Beautiful and the Cursed, the Dispossessed trilogy, and this was just as good as the first two. It did not disappoint, and I had so many feels reading this book, and it was a 5 out of 5 star. I have a couple of reviews, or maybe this is the only book that I have a review of on the blog currently, so I will definitely leave the link of that below. But if you have not read The Beautiful and the Cursed, you're definitely missing out. It's a mix of a lot of genres, like fantasy, well, supernatural, paranormal, historical. It's set in the 1900, and it's set in Paris. There's a lot of like feminist characters, or like females, and I love how independent they are, even though it's like early 1900. You would not think they are, and everything just ties really well in this book. Another book that I got from Random House Canada was specifically for my sister, because she showed interest of it during the blogger preview, and they were so kind as to remember and actually send it. And it's Snow White and the 77 Dwarfs. We actually thought it was going to be a full-on graphic novel, but as you can see, it's huge. Like, this is the height, and this is like how big it is. So it's huge, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's more like a kid's story. We did not know that's what it really is, and the artwork is amazing. I love the artwork, and yeah, it's not really a graphic novel for like us. It's more like for kids, but it's also for people who love collecting beautiful books, and that's what it really is. It's more like a coffee table kind of book, so this was cool. The next 3 books that I got were actually all cookbooks. The first one is Salad Love by David Bez. I love this book. Like, I'm gonna keep this book forever and use it all the time. This is 260 crunchy, savory, and filling meals you can make every day. I've already made 3 salads from here, and they were all amazing. Like, the introduction of this book says this is not a cookbook, because the salads are actually very, very, well, that's him, David Bez. They're very easy to make, but you wouldn't really think about doing them if you just like thought of it in your head. So this really kind of gives you the creativity, or like the push to do things like this. It's also divided in seasons, so there's summer, winter, spring, and fall, and they're just so vibrant and delicious. So I definitely recommend this to people who don't generally cook but would love to try. Next cookbook is 7 Spoons by Tara O'Brady. My favorite recipes for any and every day. This book was awesome. Made something delicious from it. Oh, made this one actually. And it's this one, which is a clams and orzo. It tasted amazing and delicious, and it was very easy to make. It's just such a beautiful book too. I love the packaging of all of Random House's cookbooks, to be honest. They're done in such a nice way. I'm going to make a review of this one very soon. Might post it before I even make this video, so if yes, I will leave the link of it down below. The last cookbook that I got is Mind Your Roots, inspired plant-based recipes for every season by Sarah Britton. They have like a lot of really cool recipes. What I like about this more than 7 Spoons is that almost every recipe had a photo, but 7 Spoons, at least a third didn't have photos, which kind of disappointed me a bit. So that would be my only complaint about 7 Spoons, because I like seeing how my food is going to turn out before making the food, right? What was made, and I'll be reviewing in the book, is Four Corners lentil soup, and it's delicious. I mean, we all eat lentil soup, but the way that this was made, it had such a different taste and feel to it that it's very rustic, I would have to say. This was delicious, and again, if the review is up, I will be linking it down below. So the next books are all the books that I got from Brittany and Giselle and Marina. We met today, as I mentioned, and I acquired a big stack of books. A lot of them are books I'm really excited for. So let's get to it. The first ones are all books that Brittany gave me. The first one is Love, Rosie by Cecilia Ahern. I recently read her newest book, The Year I Met You, and I really enjoyed it. I also watched the movie Love, Rosie with Lily Collins. It was amazing. I loved that movie. I was told this is specifically or fully told in like text or emails and such. I don't know what I would really feel about that. But Lauren from the Contemporary Lovers group really loved it, even though she said it's not something that she would enjoy. So I have faith that I would actually really like it. I do know what happens in the end. The book is a bit different from the movie, but I also know what happens in the end in the book version, but I still want to try it out. The next book is one that I actually requested from Raincoast. I think I'm going to be sent that copy, but like Brittany still ended up giving it to me. It's The Summer After You and Me by Jennifer Silvata Doktorsky. I've read her debut novel, How My Summer Went Up in Flames, and I really enjoyed that one. And this one Brittany really enjoyed, and she didn't enjoy the first one as much, so I have big faith, like huge faith in this one, especially since it's set in like the Jersey Shore with the beach and like the summer setting, and I miss these books. There's not a lot of books that are very fun and set in that setting. So very excited for this. Then I got Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. I heard like a lot of buzz on this book when it first came out, and I always see it in bookstores, but never really know what it's about. I really like the cover of this one, and I'm actually very interested in checking it out. Then I got For Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Pettifrond. I never read a book by her, but I've been wanting to read this for so long, as well as like Across the Star-Swept Sea, and I think I'm gonna put this one in my next book challenge where I have to read 5 books before I buy another book. I was also given by her Mystic City by Thea Lawrence. My sister read this one and Toxic Heart, which is a sequel, and she loves the series so much, so I thought I would get a copy of my own because she was giving it away, and I think I'm gonna also put this on my list very soon. I'm gonna see when the 3rd book is coming out, and if it's coming out soon, it's gonna go on the list. Another book is very popular on the booktube community, and it's Unspoken by Sarah Rees Brennan. I've wanted to buy this book several times, but always shied away from buying it because I haven't heard the best reviews about it, even though booktube seems to really enjoy it. But when, again, she was giving it away, I'm like, I'll just pick it up. Also, my sister read it and wasn't a big fan, so I didn't want to spend money on a book I A, might not like, and B, won't be reading anytime soon. But now that I have it, I will be checking it out, and I'm very excited to see what all the hype is about. I could be mistaken about who gave me what. I feel like, I'm not sure if Love, Rosie was given to me by Brittany or Marina, or the next book. So I just thank all 3 girls, Brittany, Marina, and Giselle, for giving me all these awesome books. The next one is one I'm actually really excited about, and it's Love and Other Unknown Variables by Shannon Lee Alexander. I was very interested in this book when before it came out, when like all the buzz was going around, and it looks super cute. It's published by Entangled Teen, and I feel like Entangled Teen do romance really well. So when I saw this, I definitely picked this one up, and I'm going to hopefully read it soon because I feel like I want to do a month where all I read is contemporaries. I have not been reading a lot of contemporaries lately. The next book I know is given to me by Marina, and I'm so excited for it. Thank God I finally have it. And it's Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. I have Fire with Fire, and I've been wanting Burn for Burn to go out on Book Outlet for ages. And Jenny Han's coming in June or July, I don't know when, but she's coming soon, and I want to collect all the Burn for Burn trilogy, plus I can't really start Burn for Burn without having Burn for Burn. So now that I have this one and Fire with Fire, this is also going on to my challenge where I must read it. And I'm so excited for this because I love Jenny Han and I love her writing, and I've never really read a book by Siobhan Vivian, but hopefully this is going to be read very soon. The next 3 books are the books that Giselle gave me. The first one is Fairest by Marissa Mayer. This is book number 3.5, right after Cress. I've only read Cinder and Scarlet, and I have them both in paperback actually, so this is the only one that's going to be the odd one out. I think I'll read them once winter comes out because I don't like waiting. So thank you so much, Giselle, for this copy. I'm really happy I have it. The next 2 books are both part of a series, and funny, I don't know if you guys know this, but I love books about magic and like witches. It's like one of my favorite paranormal subgenres. So when I saw Giselle was giving these away, I really wanted to check them out. And the first book is Once a Witch by Carolyn McCullough. And the second is Always a Witch. I don't know anything about them. They're fairly short and they look cool. So I want to add them to my TBR too. The last books. They're the books that I actually bought with my own money. I know all of these I didn't really buy. And it's a box set. Amazon.com, so the US Amazon had like these really crazy sales on box sets like 2 weeks ago. And one of the box sets was the Harry Potter box set with the new designs. I've been wanting these before the books even came out, when they were releasing the covers one by one. And like in Canada, it's like $120, which is so too expensive. And I saw that on Amazon.com, they were for $26 during that day. So I took out my Visa and I bought it. And I think I paid in total like $45 to get it to my house, which is not even, it's like a third, pretty much a third of the $120, a little less than a third. And I'm just so happy I finally have this. It's, you guys, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. It's like my all-time favorite everything. And I'm just happy that I finally have this version because I just love them. They're really nice. Very nice. This is it. These are all the books that I have gotten in the past couple of weeks. Let me know which books you guys are excited about and which books I should start reading. But I really want to read a lot of these contemporaries that have made it in this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and see you next time. Bye!